Yeah, who all came? No, not you. Faculty, who all came? What was the name of the family? In between, it was only one year with us. So, how many sessions we already did? Who says 3? Who says 4? Don't talk it. Anybody talks 100 rupees fine. Anybody talking 100 rupees fine. January that side, December this side. If there are cluster, you can stand together. If it's a cluster, you can stand together. Fast. You don't have time. Fast. Somewhere. Figure it out. Where is your space? I don't know. January this side, December this side. Anybody wants to change positions? Anybody wants to change positions? Are you sure you are standing in the right positions? If you shut up. Ready? All set? Great. How many are August? How many October days are? Super. Implemented, not implemented, that is separate. But what are the things that you have learned in the last 3 sessions? You have 15 minutes, every team has to present, when every team has to speak, okay? Everyone has to speak. He will give his introduction, so they are all yours.
Thank you, sir. And very good morning. I think the claps can be done later. There is always no reason for the clap, you know? We have to listen first. So the best thing is, till the morning, I was not aware where am I going to do this session, right? And my colleague, my boss, he just kept a surprise for me. You know what is the surprise? The surprise is, he was taking me back 15 years. So this was my college. I was a passing of this PIMS 2005. So just coming back to my home again, rejuvenating my old memories. Though I was used to in the classes downstairs, I mean that building BJ. Shifted from another building to this building by that year. Okay, so it was quite a feeling. I mean, by the distance was over, it was like, ये रास्ता खत्म क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? I want to reach my place again. I want to reach my place again. I want to relive my those old days. Okay, so that's it. बाकी का जो मैं professional सर बोल दिया, personal मैंने बोल दिया. So now get back to business. I'm concepting ready में बोलो. Which team is ready? Which team is ready now?
Which team is ready? Come.
So let me begin first. चलो आ जाओ.
Come. Stand.
आ जाओ.
Hey! whatever. Somebody has to. Everybody has to speak. Everybody has to speak.
Hello. Good morning to everyone present here, and my respected sirs and my dear friends. So, like we, for the last 3 sessions, we are attending HR Sampark, and in our first session, the first thing we get to learn how to introduce ourselves, because in every corporate, whenever we are going to apply for a job, we have to face an interview. So, like we are taught like how to crack an interview by following 4 verticals, I think. So, like introducing yourself and what are my unique selling propositions like USPs and all. So we are given a task of writing down our USPs and all the features we have that make us different from others. And the second thing which we are, the second thing is like we are taught about
Shit. Okay.
Then we have to rating ourselves based on our personality test. Then we have learned about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. What is growth mindset? Then when we played a game that is based on we have to choose item based on the A to Z alphabet or alphabetical order. That game was played in the first season, and next season will be continued from
Learning. What did you learn? I didn't say that what we do. What did you learn? The question was what did you
we
learn?
learn about the team management and time management that you have to manage.
Next day, they start with the fine system. Who are latecomers, they have charged 50 rupees. 50 rupees. So, from that system, we learn the time management, and we have to come on time in office and our corporate work. And the next was the marketing game. We have to go outside and give us the different type of products, and we have to sell them outside the college. And next.
So good morning.
Learning.
So basically what we learned on the second day is we learned how to sell things with the marketing game. It was actually a practical session where we had to go out and we had to actually sell our things to the public. So which we most of us hasn't done before. From that we also learned a lot about team management.
It is one. If you want a separate meeting, you should do so that we can't hear. I don't mind you whispering and talking and all. You can talk, but I should not be able to hear. Okay. So practice so when you talk to your girlfriend, boyfriend when you are in the house, right? Your parents don't get to listen, right? When you are in phone, they don't get to hear you. That is how you have to speak here. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So basically what we learned in that session was we learned a lot about team management, how to maintain a team, how to lead a team, and how to interact with people in your team for a collective objective, like to get to a certain point. And we also had a HR session on the second day.
What did you learn? Next.
Sir, so in the third section, I learned that in the third session we have an activity on group discussion, where I learned that what are the 6 hacks needed for group discussion and how to manage our time within the group discussion and how to present ourselves and how to present our idea among the team members while discussing our topic on the group discussion.
The final session was
Speak to the mic.
session was so what's the salaries? Sir, final session I got in GD, there are 6 types of hats as per discussed. So the first one comes blue, yellow, red, green, black.
Whatever you remember. Whatever you remember, speak. For the entire screen is whatever you remember.
So in GD, there is a topic given that y plus 1 equals to 3. So that is discussed.
What did you learn?
Sir, I have learned about the discussion that I have not previously. So that will.
Okay. Thank you. Next.
First day we had several games. So we were not feeling that energetic. So we had this game where we had to stand up and we had to stand, walk, dance and all. So we were given different instructions, and there was a different thing that we had to do. So if we were said to dance, we were told to walk, and if we were told to walk, we were told to sit. So there were different instructions. So what we learned from this is that you should give proper instructions. We should actually follow. It would be much more easier to follow something if we have proper instructions. Secondly,
Next.
So after that, we have learned what is our USPs, that how to sell ourselves to the other companies, and what we have to do to sell ourselves. Then we have done a self-assessment that what if a person is having a fixed mindset or growth mindset and how to change it. Somewhere, and you have given us even in the putting task that we have to bring out 50 rupees each, and we have made a team of 6 members, and we have to perform a task. We have to produce some items, so of 300 rupees. So then next.
Good morning, everyone. On the very first day, I learned that never give up, and another thing that I learned is how important it is to possess presence of mind, or to have presence of mind through that instruction given. Okay.
Two more points. Two more points. Speak.
Okay. Another thing that I learned over there is team management by the game that we played. And we should always have and another thing that I personally felt that through that game, what I learned is how much important is to have observational skill, and time management was also taught to us on the very first day, alongside with fixed and growth mindset, which was done. And one important thing that I learned about myself is I got on the very first day there was a psychometry test which was conducted, so I got a lot of insight about it.
Good morning, sir. Hello. Second day, I was learned the purpose of MBA and how to say and how to interact with other people or general people, and how to Deepshika only said that interact to your college friends after passing for any job connectivity, any other company to join to our friend. That's all.
how we crack our GD and how to push ourselves to creative thinking in GD sessions and feel confident in GD. And they are taught about hats like red hat, white hat, green hat.
Good morning, everyone. So we have learned on the GD topic, on the basis of GD topic, there were several hats. So I would like to mention three of them. So the first was white hat. So the white hat is basically the based on the facts and informations where we can get the informations, and we can have the overview of the what I have written there. And the second was green hat. Creative thinking. It was like when we are thinking, it could be like unique way, in a unique way, unique manner. And the third was blue hat, which is described as management hat. So management hat can be said like when we are thinking, it can be management in time, it can be management in a way of organized manner, in a proper manner, can be said. So I would like to comment.
I will explain about red hat, black hat and yellow hat. Red hat is all about emotion side of GD. Black hat is all about problems and negative side, and yellow hat is symbol of sunshine, positiveness and consistent thinking.
Anything else? That you have learned?
So there was a station.
Last 3 days only you have learned 3 hats.
Yes, sir. I was present last class only.
So in the entire day you learned 3 hats.
So I was not present second half of initial.
You are not present. Oh, right. Okay, come. Hey, silence.
I would like to tell about first day. The first day, we learn, introduce ourselves, then we play a game, agree, strongly agree. That is our personality test. Then on second day we...
More. Keep talking.
On second day we play, we learn team management, how to strategize to team, to sell our product.
Keep talking.
Then on third day we learn thinking hats, yellow hats, black hats, blue hats. That's
Okay.
Then we learn how to convert a GD, then talk to in GD. That's all.
Good. Very good.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
The first day we were told to consider ourselves as a product and introduce ourselves in a way that would be presentable and sell ourselves in the market, considering ourselves as a product. And then the next thing that we learned was a personality test. We were given a lot of options where we were assessed how our how our IQ is, and how much brainy we are, and what kind of a personality.
Okay, next.
Good morning, everyone. First day we have learned to introduce ourselves, and then we have given so many psychometric personality development tests. And on the second half, we have played a game where we have learned how to do team management. And on the second day of the session, we went for selling a product. There also we have learned how to manage a team. And on the second half, we
Next.
Good morning, sir. So on the very last day, I learned about different ways of thinking for GD and also basic knowledge about business analytics.
More. Some more.
And on the very first day, we learned about
Keep talking.
We also play different type of games. And that's all.
What did you learn?
This is all about my learning.
No, what was your learning?
Really, I was got the question, telling something about yourself, and I was already also learned the different ways of thinking, achieving, and at least these are the things basic knowledge that I have to have
Okay, fine.
a strong
Next.
knowledge of stats and all.
Thank you. Next.
On the end of day one, you and Abhishek sir told us to contribute 50 rupees each for a team that would account rupees 300 per team. And buy something which values around rupees 300 sell that on the next day too. So when we arrived on day 2, we went outside and sold that items to go out of our comfort zone and break the barriers which we are restricted. And after that, Yusika ma'am and Himanti sir came for a session and told us about the corporate world. The day 3 will be.
So you were not there in day 3.
I was there.
So what happened?
Only for the first half. In the first half, Abhishek sir told us about how to think in group discussion. He told about 6 hacks that.
Yeah, okay, fine, no problem. Next.
Hello sir, good morning. I have learned so many things like how to sell in the market, which type of body we shall use in the market, and how to deal with the customers, how to interact with the audience in the front of the students. You can speak in 15 minutes, 10 minutes, like that. And we shall use which type of wording of a CV, and this is really impact and good impressions while using good words. So I have learned this type of things. And personally, I have learned from Himanti sir because the person was from Sony. So seriously, it was immensely changed my perceptions about the practical world. So that's all from my side.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Day 2, I learned something how to sell a product and how to make a profit and how to interact with a people, how to manage a team or a team member, how to done your work for a team. On third day session, we learn how to talk about our GD session and how to think different way and different manner and tell all people are thinking same way, but we need to think our different way. We know different types of hats, and that's all.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. So, from the beginning of the first session of HSO, we met two respected teachers, and then we learned about new things and activities. Then there was an interesting game, so we played too, and then the introduction session of this session, and then we are ready ourselves for the personality development. That's all.
Good afternoon, everyone. So on the first day of teachers Sampark, we meet two respected teachers, you and sir. So first day it was introduction session. Sir asked about ourselves. There we did some funny activities, and we really enjoyed it. We also reading ourselves according to our personalities, and also learn about time management, team management, and time management. So. On the next day there was a fine system, and I was late and I gave 50 rupees. So after that we did a very interesting activity. We bought some product in college and sell those goods into the people.
Okay, next.
Good morning, everyone. Second day, we have to give a target to sell the product in the outside people. That day, I learned how to sell, how to time management or team management, and in the last day we learned how 6 hacks
Some more.
First day, learn how to introduce yourself and features, USB and next day we have
The next day what?
GD session.
Okay.
Good morning everyone. I would like to say that from the beginning we have learned how to introduce ourselves, what's our USP, and from second day after selling we learned that in an organization we have to do jobs which is new towards us and it may also be surprising towards us because from the selling day the things which we were bought were exchanged and we also can do many impossible things like the
Thank you. Next.
Good morning, sir. At first half in our session, sir has given us a topic of GD, that is 1 plus 1 is equals to 3, and asked us to put our views on it. And we learned about the GD, where we came to know about the 6 hats which we have to use during the GD. First is red hat, it represents the emotions which come out during GD. Second is the white hat, it represents the facts of a particular topic in GD. And third is yellow hat, which represent positive and constructive points of the topic in GD. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. So the rest of the 3 hats are that is yellow hat, black hat, and yellow hat, black hat, green hat, and blue hat. So yellow hat is the one which she had already discussed, that it represents the positive and constructive points in the topic in GD. Then the black hat, it represents the negative points in the topic during GD, and the green hat represents the creative thinking about the GD, and then lastly the blue hat represents the organizing and focusing on the main points in the topic of GD.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. Sampark is a very wonderful session which helps on our college BRMS. It was started from 7th May. In first day, I learned how can I introduce myself and how we can crack interview. They arrange a game which I like most. From this game, we learned group work, leadership, and we learned what is growth and fixed mindset. And very second day, which held on 14th May. This was a practical session where we learned what is marketing and what is the relationship between marketing and customer, and how we can sell anything and how make profit. Next third day on 28th May, we learned how we can crack GD and what is the thinking process about GD topic and what is analysis and type of analysis. Thank you.
So good morning all. So the first day of the HS Sampark, we firstly taught that how to introduce ourselves in an interview and how to represent the unique selling points of us if we think as a product. So how to introduce ourselves. Then next the thing that was done, that certain tests were given to check our mindsets, that we are fixed mindset or growth mindset. To analyze that with certain psychometric test was given with certain points that we have to need to analyze. Next.
In that 3 session, we have learned a lot of things which is very useful things are in MBA. First of all, we have learned how to introduce yourself, like very unique selling point. So agent will be attracted. Then we have learned fixed mind type of mindset, that was the fixed mindset and growth mindset. And second day we have play a game which was Monday. and we have sold some product with huge profit, and then we to teachers in our college which
Next.
So basically we have second day we have learned to how to sell our product with the customer, and how to communicate with the customer to sell our product, and me and our team we done with my tasks and we get a profit, and we learn to how to marketing thing, and in future we have it's a very helpful with us, and how to communicate our customers and sell our products.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. In the very first day, we learned how to introduce ourselves in a personal interview, how to find out our USP for an interview, and in the second one, we learned regarding teamwork. There was a game given to us through which we learned teamwork and leadership skills. Then, in the second day, there was a fine system introduced for the latecomers, through which we learned about punctuality. Then we have to sell our products, through which we learned regarding how to sell a product, how to convince customers to take products. And in the second one, there was interaction with two HRs who gave their valuable tips regarding the corporate work.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Last day we learned how to introduce ourselves and what is our USP and what is our mindset, like fixed mindset and growth mindset. And we also learned about teamwork and leadership. Second, we also came marketing like sell some products. So there we learned introduction with customers. And last day we learned how to plan our GD sessions, with how we analyze our thoughts. That's it from us.
Okay, thank you.
So I would like to thank Sampark for giving us the vibes of being in a corporate. It starts with they have taught us how to sell ourselves as a brand. When we stand in front of an interview, we stand as a brand. Second thing, obviously team management was been taught by Sampark. Third but not the least, from my part, is that we have learned to come out of our comfortable zone. That's by selling the products which were learned to us.
Okay, next.
Okay, so for the first day, we also learned like very great thinking. So from the beginning of the session, we just dance, clap, run, and jump to overcome the sleepy situation. And you and Abhishek sir told that when we did feel sleepy, then we have to clap. And so from here we can like when you told that clapping, then we have to jump, or then jumping we have to run. So from there we can understand about the listening ability and the remembering skill. Like sometimes we also did wrong things. So that's it. And
Next.
Good morning, sir. In the first day, we learned about the growth mindset and fixed mindset. Everyone has said that, so I'm nothing expert, but we have take the features of growth mindset and also how we can cultivate our mindset to become a growth mindset from a fixed mindset. And on the third day, we learned about the group discussion and book by again borrow, like the six the hats of the GD and how can we use them in a GD session. And in the second part, we did the business analytics part where we use the statistics part and how it is very helpful in our business.
good morning, everyone.
First day, we learned introduce ourselves. First thing is how to introduce yourself in front of any person. And second day, I would like to say Deepika ma'am always at that day Deepika ma'am said we don't lose your comfort zone or don't lose your confidence level. Always do these things like to do your
So good morning everyone. So on the very first day, I learned about the basic management level. How could I sell if I have a brand? How could I sell myself like USPs? And after that, you have developed a game like alphabets to find words to find a product from those alphabets. And on the very second day, so you are given a task on some basic product that we have brought. And the next day.
Next. Good morning, sir. First day I learned how to reduce ourselves and considering as a brand, how can we scale ourselves as a product. And the next day we went to different market areas to sell some products. And on third day we learned about the GD, and the GD consists of the 6 hats and with different colors, and each hat consists of their different part, like red hat consists of emotional part, white hat consists of next.
So I done so sir, I learned about sir had given us a statement, right? 1 plus 1 is 2. So I can it is mathematically wrong. But sir has told that you need to think about another perspective also. So from that I have done that you only need to think from another perspective also. That I have think about mathematical, but sir has told to think about management or something, that this is right or wrong. And what your boss will say that this is right or it is right. But so from that I have learned physics. Sir has again given us an example about 6 hats, which is the 6 hats which sir has told. So from that I have learned that we need to learn from another perspective also. So I had this learned.
Okay, thank you. Good morning everyone. My name is in these 3 sections of HR Sampark, we have learned a lot. In first session, we learned how to introduce ourselves. In the second session, we learned how to sell product. And in the third session, we have learned about the different hats and little introduction to business analytics. Overall, it was a good experience.
Okay. So when we started, so just I will give you a background. Okay. So when we started 4 weeks back, we started with a lot of fun, and I said initially we will have a lot of fun, and then it's to get serious. Yes or no? Yes. So it's time to get serious, right? So we had a lot of fun. So now it's time to get serious. So, the people who are standing, you have a target for next 3 weeks, and people who are sitting have a target for next 3 weeks. Okay. So you know where you stand as far as communication is concerned. Okay. So why I make you stand is that so that I don't forget. Because if I throw a generic word, it will not help. Now, for all of you who are standing, you need to take a next 3 weeks target that you need to improve on the way you are communicating, right? So this is a challenge that you have, which you have to accept, which you know, and which you have to start working on. Because if you don't work on it, will never improve. You are okay, but I think you lose some ideas in process. So when I told you to talk a bit more, you got lost. So overall communication, you are okay, but you have challenge with generating ideas while talking, impromptu talking. Okay, so that's why I made you stand. Now, so one thing I've always told you from day one is that when you are not good in communication, always see and read. That's the first step of communication. Okay? If you can't speak on your own, take help, which none of you actually did. People who, if I'm not very good in communication, I will take help. So first things, next 3 weeks, again when we have this kind of a session, you need to show improvement, you have to take a personal target. So can I get a commitment from you? Yes or no? Yes? Specifically you have to take a personal commitment. Now people who are sitting, you have your target to make these people better than what they are today. Can we have a target for that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what you need to do, you need to get into groups, talk in English, do GDs, in your break times, involve these people, including you, so that all of you as a batch gets better. Right? So Abhishek has taught you GD, Six Thinking he has given some abstract topics. Pick up topics, abstract, non-abstract, whatever. So I'm sure Abhishek has told you that it's not about emotions, it's about points. Right? Yes or no, right? So it's not about emotions, it's about how much points you are putting it in the GD. Right? So but you need to speak up. So if you can't think about points, you will not score in GD. So you're coming now. Sit. Right? Sit down, sit down. So how are you going to improve your communication? First level, you need to write and speak. First level, write and speak. Write and speak, write and speak, write and speak. Second level, make a video of yourself. So first you mug up. Okay? So people who are not great at communication start with mugging it up. So, and then speak. So because there are two challenges we have when we speak. One is ideas, second is words. We can't think what to speak, and even if we think what to speak, we can't convert that into sentences because of the lack of vocabulary, because lack of practice. See, standing here speaking is one of the easiest job on the earth. That's why I do it. Okay. Now why I tell you? Because it doesn't need skill. It doesn't need skill. What it needs? No. No. Huh? No. No. No.
Practice and vocab.
Only practice, not even vocab. Only practice. So standing here and speaking is the easiest job because it's the only job which you can master with just practicing. Rest you don't need anything. You just need to stand and deliver, stand and deliver, stand and deliver, stand and deliver. I shared my story, right? When I was in school.
Yes, sir.
So now I'm here speaking, right? Doesn't need skill. You don't need skill to speak. What you need is practice, which you guys are not doing it. Which you people are not doing it. Because if you don't practice, you can't stage mere marte parve. Stage marte parcho na. Stage mara jaye na. It's not possible. এরকম অনেক স্টেজ আমরা করব যেখানে তোমরা পারবে না তো তুমি যদি ভাবো যে এখন না করে আমি স্টেজে বেরো দেবো people who doesn't understand Bengali it's okay it will not happen you cannot do it without practice so if you're not practicing at home if you're not practicing in college none of us can help neither ma'am can help neither I can help neither nobody can help so at least people who I made stand they need to start practicing more. It's not that the rest are great by the way, okay? It is not that the rest are great. All of you need to improve, but they need more hard work. You need maybe a lesser hard work. Okay? So it's very, very important. Actually, it includes you also. I forgot you too. Yeah. You also, okay. Part of the set. No. Okay? So please, you have to take a personal target commitment to improve this thing in next 3 weeks so that the 4th week when we do similar things, you should be able to speak much better. Is it okay? Can I have an yes? Yes. Can I have an yes? Yes. And the rest are full of activities, and as I said, we are getting serious now. So please be serious. So, what do you need to do now? So, think of me as like a Kalpaturu Baba, okay? You know Kalpaturu Baba? Sadhu? So Kalpaturu Baba is a Baba which grants wishes, okay? Which grants wishes. So whatever you will ask today, you will get. Okay? So whatever you will ask, I will give it to you. Personally. For guarantee. So I'm not saying I'll give it to you right now, but I'll give it to you. Okay, eventually it will happen. So you have 5 minutes. So this offer stands for 5 minutes. Okay, I'll give you a little bit more, 7 minutes. Okay. So the offer stands for 7 minutes. I am today your Kalpaturu Baba for your next 7 minutes. What you need to do in that piece of paper or book that you have in front of you, you have to write down all the things that you want in life. I want you to write it down, all the things that you want in life. And when you are writing this, I would like you to think, because I am saying I am the Kalpaturu Baba. So every wish is granted. So when you write it, don't restrict yourself that I don't have finances, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have that. So forget your limitations that is there in your mind. So forget the limitations that are there in your mind and write down everything. So when you write down like this, okay? So make a list. So it should be like a list, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, okay? So make a list, not sentences, okay? So make a list of all the things that you want from your life in the next 40, 50 years, whatever we may live, more or less. So everything that you want from your life, make a list in next 7 minutes, and whatever you wish will be granted in the next 7 minutes. The moment I say stop, the spell is over. Okay, the moment I say stop, the spell is over. Your time starts now. Whatever I say, whatever you wish from your life, write it down. It could be material, non-material, whatever it is. I want you to list down all the things that you want from life. Any questions? Any number. In 7 minutes, any number that you can write. Keep writing till you finish, till you drop. I am not getting it. It's your wish, what you. It's not can I am not your life. I am not you. So don't ask me. I am not you. I am not living your life. So you will live your life. So what you want from your life, you have to write. So you can't write. You can type. As you already wrote. That's all. So please write it down, all the things that you want from your life. All the things. All the things. So today whatever you will write will be granted, okay? Whatever you will write will be granted. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the spell is over. Okay, so you can stop writing. Please stop writing. Okay, so how many of you got 10 and more? How many?
10 and more? 10 and more?
12. 12. Anybody more than 12? You got 12, 11, 10. Anyone 10? 10, 9, 8, 8,
8 wishes.
7,
7 wishes.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0, 0, no one, 0, no one, 0. Okay. Where is it? No, she's 1.
1?
Okay. So now I have to prove that I am Padma Baba, right? So if I have to prove you, I have to show some magic, otherwise you will not realize, right? Yes or no? Huh? Fraud guru. So now let me see. So I have not gone anywhere or near to you, yes or no, right? Have I gone near to any one of you? No? Right. So let me see if I can read your mind. Okay. So let me see if I can read your mind. I will list certain things here, and whoever matches with whatever I am reading there should say yes. What are you going to say?
Yes.
So if your want, desire, wish, goal is on the board, if one side right, you should say and yes. Okay? Right? So then I prove that I am a Kalpataru because I have started reading your minds. Yes or no? Yes or no? Huh? Okay. So let's start with so whoever matches with this should say yes loud, okay? Who is no? I don't say no. People who are yes, matching should say yes. Huh? You have only one or two wishes, so obviously it will come eventually maybe. So job, how many? Career, travel abroad or travel, peace, good human being or good person or whatever, car, bike, house, take care of family, charity, money, adventure sports or adventure. Want to be famous, have a name. Higher education. So what I missed? What I missed? So that will get taken care with money. So money will take care. So what I missed? What I missed? Stock. Money.
Sir, you missed health, sir.
I missed.
Proper
next? Prosperity. Prosperity, everything you get.
So exam, no exam, no presentation.
This is new.
Sir, invite.
Want to bring chicken in canteen.
What? You want to make chicken in
No, we
canteen?
want to have chicken in our canteen. This is a vegetarian college, so we want to have
Why? There are so many things outside. Why you want to have here? कितना छोटी सोच है कि कैंटीन में चिकन, ये सोच है, जाओ बाहर जाओ लेके आओ कुछ भी करो। What else I missed?
So I want to master all the musical instruments.
So this will happen here. Time travel. You want to go future or past? Okay, am I covered most? So this is not fun. Okay, this is what we did. Because this is your life. This is your goals. Now how you want to live the next your life will depend on what you start doing from today. Okay? So if you're serious about those things which you have written and keep adding, because right now I just gave you 7 minutes and you might have come up with 1, 2, 3, 11 is good, 12 is good. So ideally we should have a number of 15. So when your number is at 15, so your life is fulfilling because you are constantly looking forward to get something. Otherwise, your life is mundane. You don't have anything to live for. What are you going to live for? So let's say my only target is to get a life partner. So if I get a life partner, my life is done. Finished. Right. So what next? So our life is always about what next? I have achieved this, what next? I have achieved this, what next? I have achieved this, what next? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you don't have a what next, you don't have a life. Right? So how do we set goals? So this is what you did was a very base level. Now how do we set goals? What do we do? So I will now call on Manjan to take it ahead.
We used to stick them to our seats. You know what was the objective? You know what was the objective? What? No, we always had a fear of missing out something which was going on. Actually. So that was the reason we thought of spending more time in classes rather than outside. What? Sounds logical? Sounds logical? Great. So we'll start. So now what we did? We just figured out our wishes. Kolpaturu Baba, wish tree. তাই না? Kolpaturu Baba গল্পটা কি জানেন? Kolpaturu উৎসব পালন করা হয়। You know that? কবে? 1st January. 1st January. তো রামকৃষ্ণ দেবের এতে বলা হয় ওটা। ঠিক আছে? তো this history, what we did just now, exercise, everyone wrote it down? Are you sure that you have written it down? Sure, na? Everyone? So it has to be logical. যাদের মনে করেছিল সেগুলো সব ঠিকঠাক ছিল তো, মানে ইচ্ছা মতন ছিল তো। How many of you can understand Bengali? কতজন বাংলা বোঝো না এখানে? আর এবার কি বল? Please, please. Okay. Okay. Now what is target? What is target? Everyone. Phone ko rakho. Hello. Target key. What is target? What is target?
Target means a parameter. Amount of parameters.
What parameter?
Amount of parameters. Our aim goal.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just ask you. What was your first wish?
My first
Yes.
is forward. Like my first wish is having a fully based strategy of stock market.
Okay. You want to have a holistic
Strategy.
And what do you mean by that?
Strategy that in stock market to make money we need some strategies.
Okay.
Strategy.
Great. Understood. So how do you think that it will be done? So what is your target? When do you want to achieve it?
So like it's need a constant practice and a lot of.
When do you want to achieve it?
When?
Yes.
Now.
Now. So your target is now. So what all you are doing to achieve that target?
I'm not doing that much. That's why my wish, like sir told me that he will guide me, so I can ask anything. So I can.
Now. So here lies the question actually. Okay. Here lies the question. So what we will do? We will try and understand what is our wish, what is our dream, what is our goal, and what is our target. So what is the difference between target and goals? Right? I want to make money. Everyone wants to make money?
Yes, sir.
Everyone wants to make money?
Yes.
I can't hear you. I mean, am I hearing you? Okay, now that sounds good. I thought I am living in the monks. साधु संतों के बीच में बैठा हूँ, किसी को पैसा नहीं चाहिए. I'm the only one. Wasting my Saturday out here to earn some few more bucks. Is it so? नहीं ना? You want money?
Yes.
So what is your target? Define your target. कितना पैसे चाहिए होगा आपको? बताइए. That's an average number. But anything. आज कितना चाहिए, कल कितना चाहिए? You want to have a movie date with some new movies that has come? कोनो सिनेमा देखते जाओ? कोई कौन देखते जाओ? बोलो कितने देखते जाओ? Where? Adventure. कोথায় যেতে চাও? Adventure today. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Okay, so trading. Okay, let's study short. Trading কোথায় যেতে চাও? Sampark. When do you want to go? December. So you have your plans now. Okay. So now you have a target. You want to go to Sampark in the month of December. So you are narrowing down to your wish. Try and understand what I am figuring it out. My wish was I want to go to adventure trip. Okay? I want to go to an adventure trip. Now, is this what I want actually? এটা কি? এটা তো একটা vague এখন ভালো না তো। হ্যাঁ? Adventure trip কোথায় যাব? কেন যাব? কবে যাব? So you need to figure out যে কোথায় যাব, কবে যাব, কেন যাব? Where, when, how and everything. So now you need to define a target. Okay? কোথায় যাব ঠিক করলে? সন্ধ্যা। কবে যাবে ঠিক করলে? Have you figured out what is the expenses that you will be incurring? কত টাকা খরচা হতে পারে? Okay, 50,000. Let's figure it out. 50,000. So do you have that money right now? So again, what is your target? How can you arrange that money within December? How do you want to earn? I mean, what is your plans now? Never thought of it? So this is about goal setting. So how do you do our goal setting? So this planning is what goal setting is all about. At a general example now, think something white. Think something white. Follow anything? Tomorrow show mother ki as white. Shada English. Huh?
Whiteboard. White
Whiteboard. Or anything else? White? Huh? Okay. Peace. What is it? Shanti. I talked about something which is tangible. Okay. I'm making it more specific now. Think of something white which comes in a packet. What else? And anything else? I'm giving it more precise thought. Think something white which comes in a packet and we can have it, we can eat it. Okay. Think something white which comes in a packet, we can eat it and we can store it in fridge. So how are you appearing to your targets now? How are you setting your goals? It has to be very specific. Right? So अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हम लोगों को क्या पता चला कि कोई एडवेंचर टूर में जाना चाहता है. तो एडवेंचर टूर क्या है? एडवेंचर टूर में जाना चाहता हूँ. उसके आगे कहाँ जाना चाहता हूँ? कब जाना चाहता हूँ? कितना बजट है? Do I have that money? So all this comes with a target. कितने दिन में मेरे को वो टारगेट अचीव करने में लगेगा? How long I will take to accumulate that money and go to Sandakpur and have some fun, right? So now with your life and with the objectives that you have wrote, your wishes, now figure it out. मेरे को वो चीज कितने दिन में चाहिए होगा, मैं कैसे कर पाऊंगा? 2 minutes time. First three wishes of yours. कितने दिन में आप कर पाओगे? How long will it take? Do you think? नहीं, you write it down. Don't tell me. I don't know your wish. Do I? आप लिखो उसको. And put a legitimate figure. मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मैं वो टारगेट अचीव करूंगा, लेकिन कब, क्यों, कैसे, वो नहीं. Write a specific date. Yeah, write it. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, 150 years, whatever. Okay. Let's think on that line also. We'll discuss it.
That's when I shared my story. So whatever goals you think is not achievable now, start believing. Because if you don't believe, you don't achieve. So you have to start believe in your goals. Your goals will also change over a period of time. So whatever you have written today, your priorities will change, your goals will change. As I said, what next? Okay. So when I started today, we talked about getting serious, right? It's very important to understand that we need to start working towards it. If you think your life is fun, अगर जिंदगी मजाक है, then you can make fun of your goals. It's your call. But if you're serious, then do think about what you're going to do here today. Because that's what will define you tomorrow. Because that's what will define you tomorrow. What you are today and what you will be tomorrow will be based on what all you have written today in that piece of paper, and the more that you keep writing. So life is no fun. Life is fun. But life is no joke. life is fun, but life is no joke. Okay? So let's watch this and one of our favorite speakers.
Why pay the price this far? Why try to learn this much? Why try to do it all? Why try to see it all? Why try to have it all? Why study? Why put yourself out? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Why develop yourself to the full? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why try to earn as much as you can earn, share as much as you can share, develop every skill you possibly can, see every human you possibly can, go to every class you possibly can, touch everybody you possibly can? Why do that much? Why go that far? Why share that much? Why give that much away? Why try to see everything? Why try to do everything? Why try to become everything? That's a good question, why? Here's another good answer to why. It's the second question. Why not? Why not see how much you can earn? Why not see how much you can learn? Why not see how many skills you can develop? Why not see what kind of person you can become? Why not see what kind of influence you can have? Why not see how many people you can rescue from oblivion? I want you to take that personal. Why not? Why not? Now here's number 3. Why not you? You've got the brains, you can make decisions, you can study the plan, you can change your life, you can grow immensely in the next few years, you can make your dreams come true, you can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through, you can become healthy, you can become powerful. Why not you? My very last question, all the questions to ponder is why not now? There never was a better time. What a time now for us to take this dream and not let it die. Take this dream and give it life. Take this dream and breathe into it your own personal spirit until finally it becomes a flame that burns around the whole world.
Not very wise. Right? Not very wise. Why not? Don't know why. Why to think like that? Do we have answers to these whys? No, I don't want to hear it from you. I want you to introspect. Ask yourself why. Right? Ask yourself why. And then why not? Then why not me? And if it is me, then why not now? Right? One precious thing that we have and we'll never get it back. You know what is it? Time. You are right. Time. So that is the most precious thing that we have. Everything that you have written goes for a loss like this. Until and unless you define what to do out of your most precious commodity. So moment onwards, right from now, you need to consider time as one of the most precious commodity that you can ever have in your life. And give value to it. Okay? Give value to it. It's your time. It's your precious commodity that you have. If you don't give value to it, no one else will give value to you. Right? If you don't value someone's time, then you never value. Rather, if I put it across or rephrase it, if you don't value your time, people will not give value to you. Correct? So, Lesson learned now. What was it? Few of the people, they just thought, okay, ये तो चलता रहेगा सिलसिला, आएंगे, enjoy करेंगे, चले जाएंगे, right? What you missed? You don't know. What you missed, you don't know. And whatever you have missed will never come back to you again. See, everything that we use out here costs us money. Whether you are paying it, your father is paying it. You know, I used to be the same guy like you people sitting in these benches. What was my thought? I'll just share a moment of my experience when I came back. It's like, again, wish list. Sir said wish list. When the visiting faculty used to come down and take their diaries, someday I thought, will not be good enough if I can come down on the very stage and be on the other side of the table. So see, the moment has arrived today. This is my one of the wish feeling moment. I am living my moment now. So now, after this why, we need to understand how to categorize our goals. Goals, wish, whatever you say, you need to do it smart way. So who is a smart guy out here? Who is a smart guy? You are a smart guy? Who calls you a smart guy? Who calls you a smart guy? Why do you call yourself a smart guy? Come on, stand up. Tell me. Why do you call yourself a smart guy? Do you find this guy a smart one?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because smart, I would like to elaborate a bit on this.
Right, sir. Which one?
The 4 questions.
Okay.
So, see, sit down. See, if you listen to Jim Brown and similar, now, see these 4 questions, okay? Now, when I told you to write these goals, you said why? Why should I write? There are a lot of whys that we ask, right? Why there is no chicken in canteen? Why teachers always tell us to study? Why our parents always tell us to study? Why I need to study? Why I need to get marks? Why I need to have exams? Why I need to... So there's a lot of whys that comes which we put in. We try to be very opinionated. That why we should do this. We are rebels. We will not do this. So like when we asked for that 50 rupees for your Monday exercise, there were 4-5 people who did not. Why should I give 50 rupees? Why should I? So a lot of whys that your generation asked. We never asked why because we never got the chance. We did not have the options. But you people ask a lot of whys. Even if we asked in the mind, it never worked out. So the question we should start asking is why not? So why should I need to speak in English? Why not? Why not? So all the things that you think you should not do, why not? Somebody said, will my goals get ever fulfilled? Why not? So rather than asking a lot of whys, start asking why not? And when you start asking why not, then it's why not me? If he can do it, why can't I? If she can do it, why can't I? If they can do it, why can't we? So in the day 1, I think some of you asked about ion calculator, difference, this, that. I don't know who asked, but somebody asked. You asked. So why not us? What's the problem with us? Are we bad? Are we below average? Why not us? And if I have to do that, as far as goal is concerned, then I have to start now, right? Why not now? So if I'm planning to start something 5 years down the line, why not start now? What's stopping me? What is stopping me? Why I want to wait? So maybe some of you like some girls in this class, you're waiting. Tomorrow that girl will go, get married. Like one of my friends who's still at 45, still not married. And he keeps on telling me, there's this girl whom I liked in college, this girl, they all get married having kids. You know, Partha is still unmarried. So, So I don't know. What worst can happen? There will be rejection, there will be failures. That's part of life. That's how life is. Life is full of this. But then at least take the decision. Why not now? Start today. That was a bad example. Right? So that's why that is the significance of these. This is the significance of these 4 questions which we have to constantly ask ourselves. So whatever the goals that you have written, you should start answering these questions. So I thought I'll just elaborate quoting for smart, being smart.
So what is smart? I mean, again, coming back to that thing, I'm not going to get smart. What is smart? I mean, what is your definition for smart? Just come up. I mean, I was expecting.
The one who is observant, who is silent, and knows what to speak and what to do. I call that person smart. That is my point of view and my opinion about smart.
Is it?
It's from my
Your opinion, right? You can have it with that.
opinion.
Okay. So, once we decide on the goals, we always come to a conclusion that we have to have smart. What is a smart goal? Okay? Anybody knows? Anyone knows this one? I mean, there are a lot of things that comes up in your WhatsApp and any other goals, right? Smart. Yeah.
Something which is realistic.
No, what A stands for? SMART. Yeah, who said that? Specific. And what do you mean by this word specific? Could you just elaborate with an example, please?
So like if your goal is to achieve 90% mark, then you should achieve 90%. You should not have a conflict then why should I achieve less marks and why should I study for goal? You should have a specific goal.
So you mean to say specific is a pinpoint target that you want to hit, right? Specific. So we'll write specific for S. Okay? So what is this AIM stands for? Anyone? Measurable. Measurable. I want to earn money. Everyone has a goal, a dream, it's a lifestyle. Everyone wants to earn money. So, measurable. How much do I want to earn? I limit even is also, but then again I have to have a what? Proper measurement of it. If I have unlimited money, that unlimited is not unlimited. They have a quantifiable number. So, it should be measurable. Your goal should be measurable. Okay? What is A? A stands for
Attainable.
Achievable. So if I have a goal, like I want to run across the desert, and that too without the support of water. Is it abrupt? Is it realistic? Achievable? I don't know. Attainable or achievable? So your goal should be specific, measurable, attainable, and what next? Realistic. So I should not be thinking of something which is not real. And what do I mean to say by real? Anyone? What do you think is real or realistic? Whatever. Or relevant? And how do you call it practically achievable? Something which is achievable for me might not be achievable for you. Right? And the final thing, what does T stands for?
Time bound.
Time bound. So I think previously we had an exercise You're supposed to get something from the market, 300 rupees, and then you to earn some profit on it. Correct? So what was that? Time bomb? How long you have been given to do this exercise?
45 minutes time দিয়েছিল
So that exercise was 45 minutes. So again, that was time bound. So now I want you to do an exercise again. Open up your copies. And the one which you have written your exercises. So why are you clapping for him? So it's your strategy. সমস্যা কি করে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে হাত ফেলে হবে আচ্ছা very must sir I don't know it's not target
properly joining the कैमरा हेडसेट पड़ जाएगा नीचे प्रिंसिपल सर है सर डन प्रिंसिपल
I'm not happy with the performance. Come on. So you didn't explain your activity at time. I'm not happy. You know how this corporate life goes? You know how this corporate life goes? Corporate life? You're about to step in. That big jungle out there? Huh? I'm not happy with the performance. Anyway, I'm serious. Damn serious. No smile. I'm pretty serious. I was expecting this job to be done by 2 minutes. You took more than 2 minutes. So you have failed in your target. How do you explain that? See, what is this vision board that we have talked about? So now you know the SMART goals. What is the SMART thing? So specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, realistic, and time bound. Right? So your goal has to be very smart. And by SMART goal, what we can do? What we can do with the SMART goal? The chances are that we achieve those goals within the defined frame of time that we desire, right? Want to go to Sampark by December, the costing will be 50,000. So these are all specific. Now you need to decide how to earn that money and you will achieve the target by the end of December. So that the moment when you will feel, okay, I have done something. So your goals should be very smart. Okay? So now I want you to do this exercise. Everyone, please open the copies that you have written the dreams or the wishes or the goals that you wanted for. Okay? 45 here, a vision board. What is a vision board? Please write down what you want to do in next 6 months. What you want to do in next 6 months. Follow that.
So you would have written your wishes and dreams, right, when we started. So with related to that, you create this vision board. Now first, you need to convert your wishes and dreams into SMART goals. So what is SMART? Specific. So, I am a good human being. Is that a SMART goal? Or I want to become, is that a goal that you want to achieve? I want to be a good human being? Because it is neither specific nor you can't measure good. Yes or no? Can you measure good? Unless until you say, I want 10 people to tell me good every day. Then I become a good human being. So that becomes a smart goal. I want peace. Is it a smart goal? Huh? No. Right? What else? I want to, life partner still okay, you can define. So by this time, by this, I want this kind of a person in my life, so whatever. So you can define. That would be a smart goal. So whatever I've written, you have to convert that into a smart goal, and once, so that's as far as your sheet is concerned. And next, what you need to write is that what is your near goal, 6 months, what is next to near goal, 1 year, 5 year, and 10 year, and it has to be a smart goal. Now why smart? Because whatever gets measured, get done. Whatever gets measured, get done. If you can't measure anything, that will never happen in your life. So when I say that every of your wish will get fulfilled, because if you convert that into a measurable goal, it has to happen today or tomorrow. Right? So please take your time. I'll give you 10-15 minutes. So we'll break for lunch around 1:15. So please, at least 10 years, 5 years, 1 year and 6 months smart goals. All of you have to write. All of you. Not a single person will skip this exercise. Not a single person can skip this exercise. Every one of you have to write this. What is your 6 months, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year goal? Please write.
Now you know what is smart goal. So once you write this thing, it has to be much more realistic. Okay. Think logical and then write.
So we are talking about 10 years, so not a 50-year goal. So keep it to 10 years. So buy a land in Moon, it could be a 40-year goal, but not a 10-year goal. You can keep a 10-year depending on what and how you want to do. 6, 1, 5 and then 10. Go from the near to far. Has to be specific by the college. Because that's her personal, individual goal she made. She doesn't depend on college to get placed. And all of you should start believing in that. Yeah, college will give you placement, that's okay. But that's not what you should depend on. That's what he said. Amit Janina college ki internship. What do you mean by that? So if you want to do an internship abroad, why don't you do it? Why can't you get an internship abroad? So there's another guy in Xavier's who had this goal sheet that I want to do an internship in Dubai. He did an internship in Dubai and he got a job in Dubai. That's his goal. Not by the college. Not by the college. College is for education, not for placement. Placement is a value-added service. You have not come here to buy placements. Because, why you know? Because the career is yours, not the college's. Career is yours. It's your life. And it should not be a joke. Tomorrow you will tell me college now on placement time, you have to keep going. And then the parent was shaking to the dance. There are people who told me actually. Because it is whose life? Whose life? Not colleges. But now the colleges will in your life, it seems. College placement देवे, college internship देवे, college की कोरवे, college की शिकावे. हम तो आज college रे ऊपर तुम्हारा पूरा college ही तुम्हारे जीवन काटे हुए हैं. How you live your life is defined by the college. You should define your life. What do you want to study? This is your education tenure. You are getting a degree, and that's it. And you're going to go to the market and sell this degree for your price. college is giving you the degree to sell yourself in the market. That's it. What you paid for is the degree. The rest is yours. You get assistant, placement, वगैरह, those are all freebies that you are getting. If you get great, but that should not define your life. Right? So once you have done the 6 months this thing.
6-5 months.
Not everyone done? Please make it specific and then get into weekly milestone. So to achieve this, what do you need to start? Month on a weekly goal. So month 1, month 2, weekly what do you need to achieve this? Start, right? His father is one of the top insurance agents of India. So they are the top 2. Okay, so they are multi-billionaires. Okay, so they have 2 Audis, 1 Mercedes, whatever. Okay. So his son used to work, and then now he has done father's business for last 10 years. Married with 2 kids, and every day he cries because he has nothing on his own. He's constantly struggling with some syndrome called insecurity. Because he's constantly trying to prove himself to his father that I'm good, I'm better, I can do. So this is what happens when you live out of father's money. So you have to have your own identity. And he's constantly he's becoming president of this body and that body and this body just to prove himself that I'm good. Right? So that was the reason I didn't join a government job which was recommended by my dad. That's what I get into that. I'm constantly in this syndrome that my dad gave me this job. But now I think I made a mistake. Okay, please start working. Start working. Okay, so we'll break for lunch now. 1:20. We'll be back at 2. Sorry? You want to work with? Which car? What car? Okay. How do you see yourself 5 years from now? No.
Sir, I am a group manager for Tower after
Nikoni, 5 years from now. Stand, speak. Say like you are giving the interview answer.
I want to be a marketing leader in this year.
I want to be a finance manager in Deloitte 5 years from now. So what is the answer? I want to become a finance manager in Deloitte 5 years from now. If the company is ITC, what you will say? I want to become a finance manager in ITC in 5 years from now. If the company is HDFC Bank, I want to become a finance manager in HDFC Bank 5 years from now. Depending on which interview that you are giving. Okay? Who else? 5 years from now.
Visit old trouble.
So what is the answer?
To watch Manchester's United match.
Answer to bolo, sentence to bolo. So what do you see in 5 years from now? What do you want to do?
To watch the Manchester United match at Old Trafford.
Very good. Thank you. So there are two kind of answer. Okay. Now one is career. So I want to be manager. Okay, and his is a more of a dream answer. Okay. So if you're giving a dream answer, the language could be, so one of my wish and dream is that in 5 years from now, I should be able to visit Old Trafford to watch a Manchester United match. So one of my wish is, in next 5 years from now, I should be able to, so please form sentence that, শুধু Old Trafford লিখলে হবে না, সেন্টেন্সটা বানাতে হবে না, বলবে কি করে? বলে মুখস্থ করতে হবে এটা। এই যে তোমাদের এই স্টেজে মেরে দেবো ভাবটা কিন্তু কাটতে হবে মাই ডিয়ার ফ্রেন্ডস। ইন্টারভিউ স্টেজে মারা যায় না, ইন্টারভিউর জন্য প্রিপেয়ার করতে হবে। You cannot do impromptu, no matter how great, apart from 2-3 here in this class whom I have observed, the rest you will fail miserably in interviews. খারাপ হচ্ছে কি হচ্ছে? So 80% of this batch you will fail miserably in interview if you are not preparing. You have to write down the answer and mug up. If you don't mug up, you will not be able to answer. I can guarantee and tell you. Not possible. So we'll come to PI later stage. I think Abhishek will take it off whenever I come. Maybe I'll take it also. Next 3 weeks I'm not there. So it's very important for you to prepare. So this what we did today, if you are smart enough, you will start working to create better answers. Because this is the question that you will get in your interviews. What is your 6 months, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year plans? And on basis of that, you can try the interview. Aske wo Manchester United bolo, or jodi Popal bhalo thakbe, if he is good and lucky, if they have a football fan in the interview, he is through in the interview. He will only discuss football. So and he will be through in the interview just because of his football. So that, but you have to prepare. If you can't speak, then you can't, right? তোমার নেক্সট 3 সপ্তাহের টার্গেট মনে আছে তো? কি আছে?
প্রপার কমিউনিকেশন।
কি করতে হবে তার জন্য? বাংলা করো।
3 ঘন্টা প্র্যাকটিস।
কত ঘন্টা করবে?
3 ঘন্টা।
প্রত্যেক দিন?
হ্যাঁ।
নাকি প্রত্যেক দিন তো পারবে না?
সপ্তাহে বলি।
সপ্তাহে 3 ঘন্টা? সপ্তাহে 3 ঘন্টা হবে না। কিচ্ছু হবে না। দিনে 1 ঘন্টা করে দিতে হবে, অন্তত 8 ঘন্টা। দিনে 8 ঘন্টা প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে। কি করবে?
8 ঘন্টা প্র্যাকটিস।
কি করবে? প্র্যাকটিস মানে কি করবে?
লিখবো, পড়বো।
লিখবে, মুখস্থ করবে, করে বলবে। লিখবে, মুখস্থ করবে, বলবে। লিখবে, মুখস্থ করবে, বলবে। মুখস্থ যদি ভুলে যাও তখন ইম্প্রোভাইজ করার চেষ্টা করবে। প্রথম 2 দিন 3 ইম্প্রোভাইজ করবে না, ভুলে গেলে আবার মুখস্থ করবে।
ছোটবেলায় আমরা যেরকম কবিতা মুখস্থ করতাম ঠিক সেভাবে প্রথম 2-3 দিন যদি ভুলে যাও মুখস্থ করে আবার করবে, ট্রাই করবে না ইমপ্রম্পটু। 3 দিনের পর থেকে ইমপ্রম্পটু স্টার্ট করবে যে যেখানে আমি ভুলে যাচ্ছি সেখানে আমি নিজের কিছু দিতে পারছি কিনা শব্দ, কারণ তোমার কাছে তো শব্দ নেই, ভান্ডার নেই তো শব্দের, তো তোমাকে সেখানে প্লাগিং করতে হবে যেখানে ভুলে যাবে, কারণ অবভিয়াসলি ইন্টারভিউতে তুমি মুখস্থ করে দিতে পারবে না, তোমার 2-3টা কোয়েশ্চেন হয়তো মুখস্থ থাকবে, তারপর তো তোমাকে নিজে বলতে হবে, মুখস্থ করে ইন্টারভিউ হবে না, তো তোমাকে ওটাও প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে। কিন্তু নেক্সট 3 সপ্তাহ তোমার শুধু প্র্যাকটিস হচ্ছে মুখস্থ করবে আর বলবে, তারপরে নিজেকে ভিডিও করবে। সেলফিকে জানো তো, সেলফি তো সবাই তোলে, তো নিজেকে ভিডিও করবে, করে সেটা শুনবে, শুনে নিজেকে দেখবে, দেখে কোথায় কোথায় তোমার মনে হচ্ছে চেঞ্জ করা দরকার সেটা করবে, ঠিক আছে? বাকিদেরও সেম টাস্ক। Whoever wants to improve their communication and wherever they are, the next level is this. Okay? 5 years from now?
So 5 years from now, I see myself working as an analyst for Motilal Oswal.
Good. Five years from now?
So I want 2 solo trips, one inside India, somewhere around northern India, maybe Himachal, and one outside India, that could be either Norway or at least it could be somewhere around Malaysia.
Very good answer. So if somebody is traveling in her interview, she's through. And she's through. She's selected. Okay.
So I want to be a finance manager. So I didn't decide the company yet.
So you should say in the company that I'm getting the interview.
But I didn't decide the company yet. So.
Decide the company.
So now you can figure out it's not easy when you sit on the interview board, right? Huh? এখানে আপনারা দেখা হয়ে গেল তো স্টেজ রিলেশনটা কি হলো? We have failed miserably, right? Agreed? Not agreed? দেখো নিজেদের ভুল স্বীকার করতে শেখো, অমা করতে শেখো। যদি মনে করে যে ভুল হয়েছে পারিনি, অ্যাডমিট দ্যাট ফ্যাক্ট। পেরেছো কি পারোনি? পেরেছো কি পারোনি? পেরেছো কি পারোনি? কি করতে হবে? এতক্ষণ ধরে আমরা কি কি শিখলাম? সকাল থেকে এসে আমরা কি কি শিখলাম? তারপর তারপর যখন আমরা এসেছিলাম শুরু দিনের শুরুতে স্যার যে এক্সারসাইজটা দিয়েছিল গত 3খানা সেশন ধরে আমরা কি করেছিলাম? পড়াবে হ্যালো প্রবলেম এনি প্রবলেম ওকে সো সি উই আর টকিং সিরিয়াস বিজনেস হিয়ার মাথায় এতটুকু রাখো যে এখানে তোমাদের ম্যানেজমেন্ট ডিগ্রি হোল্ডার যখন তোমাদের ইন্টারভিউ বোর্ডে বসছো সামনের লোক কিছু তোমাদের কাছে এক্সপেক্ট করছে, হ্যাঁ তোমরা বলছো প্রচুর টাকা রোজগার করতে চাও, রাইট? এগ্রি?
Yes, sir.
So what will be the difference between you and someone who is just preparing for the interview of plain graduate? তুমি যদি তার লেভেলে থাকো তাহলে তোমার আর ওর মধ্যে ডিফারেন্সটা কোথায় হলো? Why will the interview value you? কি কারণ আছে? What is your USP? কি আছে? কি অফার করছো তুমি? তোমাকে 6-7 লাখ টাকার প্যাকেজ দেবে, কিসের জন্য দেবে বলো? See, we are just getting a pinch of it. শুধু আমরা ইন্টারভিউ প্রিপারেশনের জন্য কিছু করছি, and the life beyond this interview is something different. You will be put into war zone. বুঝতে পেরেছো? আলাদা আলাদা ধরনের লোক পাবে, আলাদা আলাদা ধরনের বুদ্ধি দেবে, ঠিক আছে? কিছু এক্সপেকটেশন মিট করতে পারবে না, তখন গালিগালাজ পাবে, তখন শুনে চোখ দিয়ে জল বেরোবে যে বাবা মা কোনোদিন আমাকে এরকম ভাবে কথা বললো না, এরা কে এরকম ভাবে কথা বলছে, এরা কে জানো? They are your employers, they pay money. Got my point? Huh? Like I said in my earlier speech, value the time. And time is money. Just শিখলে সেটাকে লাইফের জন্য গার্ড বেঁধে দাও। बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में गार्ड बांध लो, मतलब समझते उसको? क्या? Just get it in your head. Practice करो. You have terribly failed in the conversation this morning. ওরকম হয় কেউ বলে না। কি শুনতে বসবে ইন্টারভিউয়ার এখানে যখন আসবে বলে দেন না এই এরকম দেখতে, they will not be happy. ঠিক আছে? কত সোজা নয়। সো যতক্ষণ যা শিখতে পারছো শেখো, মন দিয়ে শেখো, ঠিক আছে? ঠিক আছে? এগ্রি? গুড। কতজন আছো? 1 থেকে 5 অবধি গুনবে। 1 2 3 4 5 হ্যাঁ 1 এটা গুনবে। কোথা থেকে শুরু করো? 1 থেকে 5 অবধি গুনবে। 1 3 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3
4 5 1 2 3 5 1
2 3 4 5 সব 1 এক জায়গায়, সব 2 এক জায়গায়, সব 3 এক জায়গায়, সব 4 এক জায়গায়, আর সব 5 এক জায়গায়। চলো you don't know what kind of boss you will be getting, huh? You cannot select your parents, neither you can select your boss, neither teammates.
You can only select the customer.
At times it's how I know. That's also luxury. Yes, sir. Okay, now I'll give you 5 brands. পাঁচটা আলাদা আলাদা তোমাদেরকে আমি ব্র্যান্ড দেবো।
স্যার এখন এসসি ওসি হয়ে গেছে ওটা। কি? এখন এসসি ওসি হয়ে গেছে।
সেটা কি?
থ্রেড সেলের কনসিকুয়েন্সেস চলে এসেছে।
যা বলো। চল তাই লিখো, কনসিকুয়েন্সেস লিখো। ঠিক আছে? For team A. Team A, milestone দিও। देखो लिखो, ये team A আসছে লিখো, milestone দিও। Team B, नीचे गए। Management portion, be very careful. Tata Nano. आस्ते। टीम वाइज मारा। मैगी। ওখানে এটা কিছু বললাম না, সামনে বলুন। শুনে নাও। অল ইয়েস? সবাই শুনছো? কি করতে হবে? পাঁচটা সবাই ব্র্যান্ড দিয়েছি, ঠিক আছে? এই ব্র্যান্ডে SWOT অ্যানালিসিস বা যেটা বললো কি এর জায়গায় আমি সি লাগিয়ে দেবো, কনসিকুয়েন্সেস, ঠিক আছে? বা 20 মিনিট সময় দিচ্ছি। You can always Google, take the help of net, কি কাজ শুনতে পাচ্ছ? But after the 20 minutes, again, you need to come down to this platform. Point wise বলবে, সবে কথা। Everyone will speak.
আর্ট সেগমেন্টের কেটিএম এর উপর কেন টাইম পাচ্ছে
begin with,
you are 3 minutes.
okay, okay. To begin with, let me give an overview of Maggi. Maggi is basically Maggi comes under SBU of Strategic Business Unit of Nestle with an SKU of Maggi Masala, Maggi Instant Noodles, Maggi Pasta, Maggi Soup, Maggi Ketchup, and Maggi Cup Noodles and Pastas. And now I would hand over the microphone to Ovid.
So now I will be talking about the state of this Maggi company. So my first point is the high brand pull. Due to distinguished promotion and branding strategies, the Maggi company is able to create a strong customer segment as customer base. My second point is the Maggi is a leader in the high brand loyalty category of noodles. And the third is Maggi's outstanding publicity makes its brand top speed. So now we will continue. I have played say witness.
So Maggi weakness is first point is food related health problem after eating the Maggi is creating injury among customer. And second point is limited market share growth is due to instant competition. And third point is Nestle big revenue part comes from the sales of Maggi Hales company, and any problem related to single brand name can cause a decline in the sales of Maggi noodles.
Okay, now we tell the opportunities of Maggi. As we all know, Maggi noodles, pasta and tomato sauce are very popular. The first opportunity is Maggi can extend its category by expanding in other products like jam, mayonnaise, pasta sauce, etc. It can also bring new flavors packing to extend its customers.
Now I have also the brand of Maggi. Nestle can focus on sales through the big retail chains to promote the brands. Maggi can target attract rural market and new flavors packaging and current consumer will build the brand.
Now I will talk about the threats of Maggi. Maggi has increased competition, the increased competition could reduce the market share of Maggi, and the local and national players are giving tough competition. Now, shall we continue that other?
So, adding to my previous speaker, I would like to highlight 2 points from threats of sort and basis of Maggi. So, my first point is strict policy and food regulatory regulations mapping the activities of Maggi. And there was a tough competitions from local players like Top Ramen, Foodtails, UP. So, online and social networks are threatened the spread of the negative effects of Maggi. So, online, if there is a negative words, it would create a bad impact on the products. And that's all I would like to conclude here. Over to Nisha.
And to sum up with the SWOT analysis done on Maggi. Maggi has gone through a lot of ups and downs, particularly the Maggi noodles has gone through a lot of ups and downs because of a particular report of consisting of zinc and mercury in the noodles. And now Maggi has again come back in the year 2018 and Nestle has again started to market it in the retail industry. And it has got several, but in meanwhile it's, several competitors has taken some edge on the market. Those are North, AP, Torrent.
We are going to talk about SWOT analysis of milestone. These are
product of, this is a brand of company called Macro. Basically, Wildstone is a company that manufactures pudding which is required by men. Several products like shaving cream, deodorants, soap, powder, many more things. So the strength will be taken over by stone.
So to say with the strengths of the Wildstone, it is one of the leading male grooming brands which is present across with various categories like deodorants, talc, soaps and male grooming items. It is one among the top 3 deodorant brands in the country. It is quite popular among the youths, and they have targeted the youth audience section by their promotional strategies. And another point that I want to highlight that it continuously believes in offering new choices to their existing customer base. So now with the weakness, I want to spend more.
Hello. So my friend already shared about some facts regarding the Wildstone strength. So to give a practical example or to show how it is affecting the company. So like if you go to if you went to the Wildstone their home page, then you will got to know that all the products of mostly the deodorants are sold out. They are currently showing out of stock. So it's showing that how popular they are among the youth. And to cater to different youth, different segments of youth, they have various ranges. Like if you are believing you are as a night rider, like you are a fighter, then there is a range for you known as Wildstone Night Rider. Then if you are a classic youth, then there is a range known as classic varieties of Wildstone deodorant. So they are not only limited to deodorant, they are also have their various range of products, like different lines of products like perfume. They are from show all they are catering to every need youth, growing youth feels that they should be catered with. So now as I showed earlier, it's not for only the deodorant segment. All the products are mostly out of the stocks. And should I continue? So they are also offering combo packs. Under combo packs, they are not only giving you deodorant, they are also under combo packs they are giving you deodorant, soaps, talcum, which are going to be. This is the practical approach.
So as Gaurav told about the strength of the company, I will discuss about the weaknesses. First of all, the first weakness is the availability of the product. The product is not available in rural market as it is available in urban market. Second is the user base. Not everyone present in this room uses Wildstone. There are more brands which are more popular than Wildstone. No celebrity promotes that product. It is promoted by some model. Then my personal experience when I was a child, the advertisement content of Wildstone was quite popular. And the market in which Wildstone is working is very much competitive. So the trends, opportunities will be discussed by
Wildstone opportunity. Tell about the expansion into rural market. The Rural Marketing Association of India, which is known by RMAI, found that about 60% of India's income has come from rural, small town and semi-urban economics. So, with the different type of fragrances of deo, powder, soap and the prices, they can target in these areas to make people understand about their product. So, expansion into those areas can be an opportunity for Wildstone.
Opportunities, my point would be creating product line targeting female customers. Product line is for related products or single brand that is sold by the same company. So, the Wildstone under the brand name sells various kinds of grooming products like powder, shaving cream, aftershave lotion, and soap. Now, marketing women are not as simple. They are the primary
So now I'm telling about the trends of Wildstone. So first of all, deodorant sales are seasonal. Maximum sales happen in the summer months, April to September, and hence the seasonal fluctuation in the business is difficult to manage. Second is imagine the other player with the lesser price. For example, price of a English deo is 130, 135 ml is 250 rupees in the market, but the Wildstone deo 130 ml is 280. So the price is high of Wildstone. And third is Park Avenue is one of the brand which is the biggest trend to Wildstone. Park Avenue has a fantastic distribution and is currently the biggest market. So that's all from me. Now I would like to.
Now I want to speak about the trends. First one is the trends of new entrants. In this point, local new entrants can prove out to be a big threat for Wildstone. And secondly, branded competition. The likes of Adidas, Reebok, Nivea, and many others have entered the deodorant market. They cannot be classified as new entrants because they have existed in the market since ages, and deodorant is just a new addition. But because of the existing strong brand equity in these brands, they have affected the sales of Wildstone quite a bit. And that's all. Thank you.
Once again, so we are going to do the SWOT analysis of product called Nano, which was being brought down by Tata Motors with a slogan of Kushiyo Ki Chabi. So buying a car is the dream of like everyone. So Ratan Tata made it sure that it gets affordable to every people, which is every house. So I'm going to start with the trends. I'll cover 2 points and then I'll give the mic to Shushmita, then she'll cover up the next points. First point is, it is affordable at a very cheap price of 1.35 lakhs days on road. Second point is, due to its compact size, the car is very easy to maneuver along the city traffic of India. So I'd like to invite Shushmita to cover up the next points.
Thank you, teacher, to give me this opportunity for explaining this topic. And I want to add something to state about state. Tata Nano brand has innovative engineering ideas which provides better facilities and compare other companies. And second one is the brand always take care low maintenance cost and handling cost, and it provides good fuel efficiency. Now I would to invite Anirban to explain.
Thank you, Shushmita. Now I will explain the weakness of Tata Nano. The Tata Nano promised a price range of 1 lakh or 2 to 1 lakh 6. So that price was cheap, and maybe they use cheap materials, and within a few months problem were found in Tata Nano catching fire. And next, Tata Nano price further increases due to increase their raw material such steel, rubber, and other. And next one will be continue or like.
Thank you. Number 3 point is lack of workforce diversity. I believe Nano is not diverse enough, given that most of its growth so far is in its domestic market. This can reduce the potentials of success of Tata Nano in the international market. Number 4 point is implementations of technology in process. Even though Tata Nano has integrated the technology in the packing process, it has still not able to harness the power of technology in the front end process. Next.
Hi, good afternoon. Okay, so here on this, when we go talk about the opportunity. So first point is Tata Nano is most affordable car. Yeah, really. It's price is 2.53 lakhs. Most comfortable, and its while is the next one is high fuel efficiency. Really, the price is day by day increasing, and in this moment, if some car servicing like this type of thing, so it's really very helpful for a middle class people. So its price is 2.53 lakhs, and it's really affordable for everyone. So it's integrated. Another point is increasing the per capita income. So yeah, most of people they have purchased this type of card, so that's why it is automatically increasing the per capita incomes. So promoting CNG model. What is a CNG model? Compressed natural gas. So yeah, nowadays Tata also promote CNG model. So the fuel vehicles needs a very big space for storage the oil. So CNG promote nature friendly and as well as it saves you fuel price. So the third point is augmenting the distributions and servicing network. Yeah, it's really inspiring the servicing and servicing network, because most of people they are want and demanding this type of cars, and seriously it is increasing and the servicing and distribution network. So that's all from my side. Over to you.
Thank you, boss. So I will talk about trends. Trends are the external factors that they are affecting the sale of those cars. So it's the first thing that is increasing fuel cost. It's the petrol price is 106 per liter. So it's very difficult for any people to manage those expenses for who are willing to buy some cars. Or another is the trends is they are not. It is less spacious. It is difficult for some people that who are very tall, then they will not comfortable with those cars. And another is there are some political factors that they are affecting those trends, everything like a trends for this cars. Now they will.
Nano, there were many manufacturers who wanted to take the advantage of the hype of the Tata Nano cars and started working on manufacturing an alternative for Nano. Upcoming cars like Range 800 from Hyundai, which costs 1.6 lakhs. Maruti costs like around 1.7 lakhs. And these were the imposing trends for further growth. And the second point is nowadays electric vehicles are also launched to reduce the pollution. So it also reduces Tata Nano.
That's it from me.
ঠিক আছে তুমি আবারও টাইম লাইন দিয়ে পাঠাচ্ছি প্লিজ কে যাবে আচ্ছা সবার শেষ হওয়ার মধ্যে দিও ভালো
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am. We have been given the opportunity to speak on the SWOT analysis of Fair and Lovely and Fair and Handsome in general. So, introducing the group, will be speaking about SWOT analysis, and strength will be taken by Arunama and Parnashri. Weakness will be spoken by myself and Aman. Opportunities will be spoken by Arpita and Preeti, and competition will be taken by Mayur. So, starting with strength, Parnashri and Arunama will take over.
First thing is Fair and Handsome is world's first and largest fairness cream or fairness cream brand, and second thing is it's 40 countries and value of around 6 billion, and third one is its first and largest fairness cream brand in the world. It is one of the strongest brand for universe.
The product is available in different sizes, that is 9 ml, 30 ml and 60 ml. And the product availability and distribution going to parent company. TVS and Twitch ads help brand boost visibility. That's all from my side. Now weakness part will be covered by Sudeep and
Okay, so the weaknesses of the brand are the controversies that it came across. Usually talking about the inferiority complex of men in general. Fair and Handsome is target men in general, and we talk about the inferiority complex that they face and opportunity equality issues. We have came across many such issues when they use inferior products like saying and ammonia oxide, which devalues the company in general, and they are only confined to only Indian markets because Indian people have such mentality when they come across such products. So opportunity will be taken by
I'm adding something of weakness. First thing is less expenditure of resource and development activities can weaken the company performance due to poor and local international market knowledge. And the second thing is lack of organization, commitment and employee turnover can increase recruitment cost and reduce organization productivity.
Now, what are the opportunities of fair and handsome? The increased demand mainly for the boys. It includes creams and face wash. It also increases the awareness of skincare product among the boys. Now, the other opportunity point was explained by Pete.
Largest fair in a men's skincare product. Increase the interest of personal grooming amongst the Indian men. Now, over to my.
So I like to tell about the threats of the demanding fair and handsome. So firstly, a lot of competition emerging in the segment with all the major players targeting men. And secondly, the brand faces the issue of the regulations of the men to be seen in because cosmetics traditionally is viewed by category men for females. And there's lots of competition in the market. So top 3 competition is fair and lovely for men, and Nivea whitening and Garnier men powered, etc. So now Subhadip will conclude this topic.
Concluding the topic, we come across different famous schemes in the market, but fair and handsome is only targeting men and their inferiority complex in general. So this is the conclusion. This is the short answer from fair and handsome from our side. Thank you.
First strength it has a strong distribution and service channel with its 1,100 service center and 600 dealers all across India. KTM is also well known for its style and performance. It also won several awards for its reliability, innovation, consumer preference and performance segment in past years.
The business has a substantially geographical rich customer base and maintain a strong brand identity among the enthusiast riders. And second one is business focuses on continuous product development, making it possible for the business to maintain a strong market position. Some of their products are KTM linked to 100
First of all is highly competitive market, and second one is, as we know that the petrol prices are increases, which restrict the middle class income group from buying this kind of bikes. KTM weakness is KTM business has actually absence of technical and financial resources, which has been limited its capability to grow its company domestically. KTM low sales in on-road market, and KTM is KTM is a misnomer to be a very expensive motorcycle.
So KTM wants to be a leader for the opportunities. KTM wants to be a leader in the 125 market. So for which they have introduced Due, and they are also increasing their brand awareness through PR projects to compete with brands like Yamaha, Suzuki, and Honda. And for
there are other competitors like Ducati, Yamaha. They are also coming up with stylish 125cc bikes in near future. Increasing cost component for working in developed market because environmental regulations has risen up. Squeezing middle class development in developing world. The growing inequality is one of the biggest threat not only to globalization but also to capitalization.
The final launch of KTM with 100cc under a big brand, it may tackle the other brand if consumer demand are not. That's it for our.
Thank you.
Till this time, we are doing some short analysis for the brands, right? You have done good, research are good. 20 minutes time, you have done quite a research. Excellent. Now, I'll tell you one thing, the positive part. The first hour, we had a session, right? It was so detrimental. It was not a good one. But now, compare your performances when talking the videos. Okay? Now you're far prepared. So that is a major factor of it. So practice and listen to what we are saying. Your performance was far better than the morning. Let me tell you. Okay? And that was good. You should deserve a lot of effort from yourself. First. Now, see, there are certain questions in the board. You can find it out?
Yes, sir.
What we see? Can you know? I'll read it for you. I'll read it for you. It's there in the board, I'll read it for you. What do you, your friends usually say about you? मतलब आप अपने friends क्या बोलते हैं आपके बारे में? तुम्हारा बंधुरा तुम्हारे बारे में क्या बोले? देखो, पढ़ लो.
So you have 10 minutes to finish your questions, okay? So first question is, what do your friends usually say about you? Second, what was the most successful project that you have ever tackled? And why was it successful? Okay? When you work as a part of a team, what was the most important role you ever fulfilled and why? What skills or strengths are repeatedly mentioned by people about you? So we are talking about people, okay? So you can think about people, family, around what they talk about you.
Your circle. How they think you are.
What they think you are, okay? What skills do you enjoy using often, regardless of the type of task you must work on? 10 minutes. Please, fatapat answer.
Only answers, general say.
And don't start up fight. If they are saying that you are arrogant, write it down. Arrogant.
ये अभी टाइमर चेंज कर दीजिए. वही ऐसे चल रहा है. Start
10 minutes. फटाफट. It's your role. How you who has been your greatest critic in life? What does the person say about you? Who has been your greatest critic in your life? And what that person says about you? সেটা তোমার মা হতে পারে, বাবা হতে পারে, কাকা, জ্যাঠা, এখানে টিচার হতে পারে, বন্ধু বান্ধব হতে পারে। Who has been your greatest? সবসময় বলে আরে তুই এটা তুই ওই। And what that person says about you? Must be হয়ে গেছে। So see, the fact is, it is not about whether you believe or not believe. It is about what other people is talking about you, okay? So somebody tells you that you are very arrogant, you might not believe that you are arrogant, but if somebody is telling you, you have to write it down. Okay? So if you are saying that you are oversmart, you might not believe that I am oversmart, but if somebody is telling you are oversmart, you need to understand that somewhere you are demonstrating a particular behavior which is other person is feeling that you are oversmart. So irrespective of what you think you are, it is important to understand other people's perceptions also. Because we live in a society. So can you just read out the 8 questions? Number 8 is when playing sport or working in a team, what role do I try to avoid? That may be important to my sports or life goals. So which role I avoid or which particular work that I avoid? Because hey, kate likheni, raja likheni, tara chati karo, mamla karo. Okay. So, AJ replied last choice and gosh, the questions that you have answered, these are technically what we think are beliefs that we cannot do or something which we are not being able to do. So this is run by two things. One is actual, it's a very mashhur. Kitty Patty. What does it? Kitty Patty says. Kitty Patty is finished. So when we think about weakness or what you wrote from question 6 to 10, this could be two. One is something which is a fact, yes, that is true. Another could be a feeling that I think I am like this. So we have to understand whether it's a fact or it's a feeling. So if it's a feeling, then that is your limiting belief or irrational belief. That is not true. So that you have to figure out whether it's a limiting belief. So sometimes we say instead of sort, we say slot. So L is limiting belief. So something which I believe, which is actually not true. Maybe some people tells me or this guy said I am my greatest critic. Okay, so if I am my greatest critic, I will keep on telling that I am not good. So then that becomes your limiting belief which you have to get out. So what we will have to focus on is only facts, not on feelings. So on this 6 to 10, these questions what you have answered, try to focus on facts. Okay, clear? So now what we will move on next time. So what you have written answers, try and strike out all the feeling part and let's concentrate on the fact part. Okay, so this is a mind game that we work with ourselves. Next. Okay, so now next week what we will do is this. Okay, so in the next page please draw this. Strengths, weakness, opportunity, threats. This is your career sort. So what we say, this is your career sort. So strengths is what makes you stand out from the rest. So you along with your 5,000 people who is getting into the corporate world, what makes you stand out? This that you have written on top 5 questions will give you certain answers. Next is what could you improve? What could you improve? You have written from question 6 to 10. Opportunities, what trends could you take advantage of? So what is the upcoming thing that is coming up or that will come up in the next 2 to 3 years which you can take advantage? So some people said learning Python or whatever, maybe the data analytics skills, HR analytics skills, whatever. So if you are learning that, so that is the trends you could take advantage of. So what are the opportunities that is posted? Not everyone could be interested in analytics. So you have to choose what interests you. Okay? And here it is threat, competition. Competition is your fellow team member who is sitting beside you. Even if you think that person is your friend, but at the end of the day, that person is your competition. So what traits does your weakness expose to? So like something which you don't have, how you are exposed on that. So all the people who stood up in the morning, one is definitely your communication skills is something which is your weakness. So what does it expose to you? And obviously when you do your goal setting after this, you have to cover this. Do you want to do it right now? No. Yes. At least write 2 points each one. 2 points each. Yeah, 2 points. Soft skills. So see if you have in your strengths, if you have any one of these. If you don't have at least couple of them, start working on it. Please take a picture. Seniors. Done, everyone? Everyone wrote strength, weakness, opportunity, threat? I will take this. We answered 8 of your PI questions. PI means personal interview. What are the 8 questions that we answered today? In the entire day?
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, 10 years? 6 years? 1 month, 1 year. So these 3 questions we answered. What else? What are our strengths, weakness, opportunities? So 4 and 3, 7 questions. What else we answered today?
Sir, tell me about yourself.
TS5 we answered. for day 1. Which I took, you can, so you can now start working on your TSY much better. So your day 1 TSY and your day 3 TSY has to, now it can improve. TSY has to be prepared, marked up. If you are not mugging up your TSY, my dear friends, you will be in trouble. You know what is TSY? What is TSY? So tell me something about yourself, describe yourself, describe your life, tell me your life story. These are all same questions. It can come in various forms. Tell me your life story, tell me something about yourself, describe yourself, tell something that is not there in your CV. These are all TSY questions. Tell me something about yourself questions. So, मैं हाथ जोड़ के विनती कर रहा हूँ. If you don't start working on it, your life will be doomed. Trust me. So, how doomed it will be, I'll explain it to you. So, I did a session for UST Global, one of the leading IT companies. I taught their IT professionals how to tell me something about yourself. And they are all 15 years of experience and they can't do this. So I was paid to teach these professionals.
The brackets they are into, that will blow your head off.
Salary brackets are all 20 lakhs above. But they can't select TSY and they can't clear client interview. And if they can't clear client interview, they will lose their jobs. It's as simple as that. So unless until you have started preparing your TSY from now, you will not be able to clear your interviews. Client interview, so if you are in an IT company, you work for a client, right? So that client has to select you. So that is client interview. Prepare for that also, right? So all the Big Four people who wrote Big Four in the morning, so you will be deployed. So you are a body for them.
So why is telling about say something about user? So it is given so much importance to select the make the class orders. Right? I say like you're giving trainings to corporate guys. They have skills that they are having so much. So why is especially so much important to select them?
So there is something called competencies that has to be checked. So when we take a PI session, I will get more deeper when we do the PI session. So TSY gives out a lot of information. One is your communication skill, number one. Your articulation skill. How you present yourself. How much prepared you are. And TSY also gives you the opportunity to drive your interview. So interview can be two types. One, you are driving the interview, another, the interviewer driving you. So whether you are, if you go to the strengths weakness, are you the person whom I want to hire? Are you standing it out? So in that one question, I can assess all these 5-6 things. That's why that question is so important. People get bored, so they now change the question. Tell me something that is not in your resume. Tell me your life story. How has been your life since then? So they have changed the question in various because HRs have got bored. But end of the day, it is tell me something about yourself, and that is why it is so important because I can assess 5 competencies with just one question. See, if my requirement is communication skill, that one question can tell me whether you can speak or not speak. And if you are speaking with a very standardized monotone, that means you have mounted up. So I am not interested. So I am telling you to mug up, but when you speak, it should not look like you have mounted up. So you have to create that emotion, and that will come later. At least you start mugging up. So that's the first step. You go to step 1, we go to step 3, step 4. So let's say for him, he was reading, when you were reading it out, so for him also, my footballer. So reading out, he was reading out. So he had no emotions in the voice. So that is the step 2. But at least first start reading it out and mugging up and speaking. So once you start speaking, that confidence will show. Tell me something about yourself also shows how confident you are about yourself. what you say in your TS5. So your TS5, I don't know your TS5, right? So that's why I said, how will you write? So in the strengths and weakness, if you say about your domain, so let's say, what do your friends usually say about you? That he is a stock market geek. He knows a lot about stock market. This could be your answer. So then this is your strength. So in TS5, this will be there. So that itself goes into your domain. So if you have answered this question, your half of your interview is done. If you prepare, it is not only writing it down. If you prepare, don't prepare.
For the business starters, like who are hiring they also give the same importance to DSA as the whole office.
What do you think? Have you given interview?
Because I sat for interview, like I sat for interview in Reliance Retail, so they gave importance to this. But I have a friend of mine, so like he didn't even pass with review dealing, like he didn't have.
What question he was asked?
He was asked nothing, like he got a job in Vedanta. They like it's a very like he is paid more than mine. Like I was.
He still has his job?
No, he is shifted to another company. Like,
how long did he survive in Vedanta?
In 1 year.
1 year he survived?
Like for 35K per month. So like they asked him just to
So how he was into sales?
No, like he is in marketing, like retail marketing. So like he was asked nothing. Like he was told to.
Vedanta will not ask anything. They need bodies who can speak. So you perform 2 months, you are in. Next month you are out. So they need bodies. Last record of Vedanta, they have laid off 600 people.
Just now we mentioned about the startup. Actually, previously pursuing this MBA, I was working in a company, a Israeli-based startup, and my client company was a US company, US-based renewable sources of energy company. So that in both of the companies, one thing I observed that is that they keeping aside skills and other domain things, what they actually prioritized was firstly is what I feel as a human being, what is my perception, and another thing is empathy.
That is what comes from here. See, Vedanta, Baiju, they need people to sell. As long as you sell, you survive. If you don't sell, you are out. So I have known people who have quit in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. If your friend has stayed for 1 year, then he is very good. Now he will be at a 50K salary. So he has been able to take the pressure and he is good in marketing. So out of 100, that will be 1 or 2.
That's the skill.
So recently we did a training, him and myself in another similar startup company. They have just hired. आ जाओ, बैठ जाओ, कॉलिंग चालू कर दो, कितना नंबर किया उसके ऊपर तुम्हारा सैलरी 35,000 दे रहा हो, इतना नंबर देना है, दिया तो अच्छा है, नहीं तो फिर निकलो। जगह खाली करो और एक तो लेकर बिठा दो। So they will see for 2-3 months if you are meeting the numbers, great. उसके लिए तो I don't need.
इतना कुछ चाहिए नहीं। There are 2 ways to learn. Basically, माना देखिए वो एक बार देखिए शिका एक बार देखिए शिका। These are all we learn in the fast and information center. Once you are there in the field, like I said, it's a journal out there. Go and learn it yourself.
Write it out. We all learned by that. He learned, I learned.
See, I was not fortunate enough to have this kind of experience by then. Okay, we were more into studies. Okay, we need to complete all the semesters with all the good marks and everything. These came later because this is the need of the hour. You must understand where you need to stand out. Why governments will go there in the market and will get the highest paid job? Why? What do you have? you know the purpose, you are good.
Thank you guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Few of you have my numbers. So in case anyone, I said few of you have my numbers. In case anyone wants to connect with me, they can connect. Whoever has the numbers, I can figure it out. So it's better you connect over WhatsApp. That's the best mode of